Hi everybody, my name is Angela Cleary. I'm a life coach and I specialise in healing after narcissistic abuse. Today I want to talk about The Secret, the Law of Attraction. The Secret is a book by Rhonda Byrne and it was like my Bible back in early 2018. I bought the book in late 2017 and the universe guided me to that book at that time because I was actually at the very end stages of a very unhealthy relationship, and it changed my life after that relationship. The law of attraction is a scientific law. It's like the law of gravity. It's not a fucking esoteric thing or anything like that. It's not some crazy shit. This is a scientific law. What you think, you manifest. What you think, you attract. So when you think in lack, when you think in low vibrations, if you think negatively, you attract more of that into your life. Now, I used to be the most pessimistic person in the world, and I mean so pessimistic. I went by Murphy's Law: if it can go wrong, it will go wrong. I just had anxiety, I had depression. I was on antidepressants, just really low vibrational energy. I was just living in lack all the time. This book was €20 as well, and to be honest with you, I was in two minds whether to buy it or not, because to me that was too much to be spending. And that's the mindset I had. I always lived in such lack, and I never lived in abundance. But when you change your mindset, you can attract big things into your life. You can attract positive things into your life. With the law of attraction, as I said, you attract what you feel. You attract what you have in your mind. So if you are worried about bills all the time, if you're worried about debt, if you're worried about money, you're worried about how much you spend, worried about every single penny, you're going to attract more of that into your life, and everything will seem like a struggle. I used to call payday bill day. Now there you go. That's a lack mentality. Instead I never have money left for myself, barely enough, €10 for my beer when I was drinking. That was my treat. But I used to call payday bill day. Now that is no way to live your life. When you change your mindset, you can have the same amount of money you always had, but you can have a life of abundance. And it's not about money. It's about your mentality. So I lived in such lack. In early 2018, when I started proper studying the law of attraction, proper studying this book, I was very, very emotional. I was just out of a very toxic relationship. But I felt very abandoned. I felt alone. I felt like I lost everything. Whereas in actual fact, I had abundance in my life. I had great friends. I had great family. I had the roof over my head and an amazing job. But when you live in lack, I was crying every day, and I lived in such a lack that I felt so sorry for myself. And I was like, why me? But no, change your mindset. And I started to realize that you're rich not because of your money or certain things. You're rich because of the little things in your life. And when you start to feel gratitude for what you already have in your life, you can attract more, and you can attract more abundantly. So for example, I actually went from crying every single day, feeling so, I suppose, isolated and alone, to saying, studying the law of attraction made me realize it was the only thing that made me smile at the time when I read this book. So I started reading it over and over and over again, and I started trying to train my mind into positivity. Now to train your mind from negativity to positivity is a very, very difficult thing to do. You literally have to re-brainwash yourself into positive thoughts. So for every negative thought that comes into your mind, you have to replace it with 3 positive ones. Now this is very, very hard to do when you live in a state of anxiety all the time. And as I said, I was a very pessimistic person. I used to hate getting up in the mornings. I used to hate the mornings. And you know what I hated more in the mornings? Was happy morning people. I used to think happy morning people were psychotic or something, because what kind of drugs are they on? You can't be happy in the morning. Fuck this shit. I went from crying every day to I started singing in the morning. I started to become a happy morning person, which is completely alien for me, but it was actually a complete transformation just from studying this book and from studying the law of attraction and, living my life in this way instead of in a negative way. So when you live in love and when you live in positivity and when you live in gratitude, you can attract so much more into your life. And it's an amazing, amazing thing. Now, it does take hard work, and it takes work every single day to change your thoughts from pessimism into optimism. It is hard, but it is magical, and it is magical. Like, oh, it's so magical. When I started reading this book, I remember I was over in Amsterdam for my 30th with friends, and I remember my friend asking me to look in the mirror and tell myself I love myself, and I could not. I started crying. I couldn't say that because I didn't believe it. I didn't even like myself at the time. I was so depressed and I was so emotional. And after studying the law of attraction so much, I can safely say that I do love myself now. And I love the person I've become because of my positive energy and because of what I've attracted. Like, I felt so isolated and alone because I moved down to this county with my ex-boyfriend, and when we broke up, which was the best thing that ever happened, I felt alone. I had started a new job, and I was, as I said, crying every day. But this book made me smile and made me happy. And after I started living in love, I started to attract so much more to be grateful for. I started to attract so much friends in my work environment, loads of different nationalities as well, which was amazing. It's like I got to travel the world by staying in one place. I went from being a general operative in a factory to being a supervisor in that same factory just because I changed my mindset. And I started to believe in myself instead of believing I couldn't, achieve these things. You can create magic when you believe in it. There's another example, with the law of attraction, you need to act as if it's already yours. So like gratitude journals, but write down as if it's already happened. So for example, I used to watch my favorite DJ on my phone, and he'd make me feel the music, and it'd make me just feel so good. His music touched my soul. And I said to myself, geez, I'd love to be a DJ. I'd love to give the people that feeling. And change your wording. It's changed it from being I would love to be a DJ to I will be a DJ. Within 1 year of saying that, I had my first paid DJ gig. I had no equipment. I had absolutely nothing. And the law of attraction brought this in. I remember I got the laptop, got the controller, got the training and all that, but I still needed speakers. And I was like, right, that's the last thing I need before I start my DJing. And one of my beautiful Croatian workers, he called to my house one evening and gave me a massive speaker. I literally was like, wow, this is magic. Like, I'm so grateful to this day. I still use it for my DJ gigs. This is how magic the law of attraction is. I went from thinking I need a speaker to actually getting a speaker from a very caring person. And like, I remember sitting there for about an hour after he'd gone, staring at that speaker going, oh my God, this shit is real. This shit is magic. Miracles, magic. It's real. Another thing is my social life. I had zero social life in my past relationship, and then when I became single, I was like, I'm going to have social life now. I'm going to get some dresses now whenever I start going out. But then the way the law of attraction works, act as if it's already yours. So I bought the dresses because I still wasn't getting a social life. So I bought all the outfits, and then what happens? I had a reason to wear these outfits. So you need to act as if it's already happened. You need to create space in your life for this stuff to come in. But act as if it's already yours. Feel grateful as if it's already yours. Manifest as if it's already yours. So when you do your gratitude journal and say, like, I remember writing the gratitude journal, thank you for all my DJ equipment, thank you for my successful DJ career, etc. And a year later, this was before I even had any equipment or any training or anything. And a year later, you'd read back on this stuff and you're like, wow, this actually works. So you need to act as if it's already yours. Believe it is already yours. Because when you believe in magic, it will happen. When you believe in miracles, it will happen. When you become positive, your life will become positive and abundant. When you live in love and not in fear, you will be surrounded by love and abundance. When you believe in yourself, you can achieve anything you want to. You just need to change your mindset. When you grow up, like, I call this a small town mindset. When you grow up in a small village, you don't aspire to much because if you reach for the stars, they're like, you can't do that. That's way beyond your achievements or what you can do. But when you change your mindset and believe that you can do absolutely anything you want to do, yes, you can. Yes, you really can. When you want something, when you want it with your heart and soul, you can attract anything. You can live in abundance, and it's all about changing that mindset. Like, I lived in lack for so long, and I lived in such pessimistic energy for so long, and my life was miserable, absolutely miserable. And then to go, I was singing and dancing in the morning after hating the mornings. Do you know, I became a happy morning person. I became a happy person. I became a positive, optimistic person. I started to believe that I could achieve anything I wanted. I reach for the stars now because I know I can do this. And it's all because I started to believe in myself. The law of attraction helped me to love who I am. I can look in that mirror now and I can say I'm proud of the woman I've become because of the law of attraction and because of changing my mindset. I no longer live in fear. I no longer live nothing has changed. I just changed my mind, changed my mindset. And we can attract all kinds of things. We can attract happy relationships. We can attract love. You just need to believe in it. If you want something enough, you believe in it and say thank you as if it's already yours. Act as if it's already yours. That's all you need to do. Say, really just act as if, believe it and you will achieve it. Magic is real. It really, really is. And all you need to do is train your mind to believe that. And it's an everyday thing. I had to train my mind to do this. What I find is really good as well is positive quotes. And when I started studying the law of attraction, I used to write any positive quotes I had down. And then every time I'd feel a little bit of lack or fear mentality, I'd read over these quotes just to rewire my brain into positivity. And this is an amazing thing to do. Affirmations are amazing because we've been generationally brainwashed into believing in lack and fear and in struggle. This is ingrained into our minds from a young age, because all we've seen is our parents struggling, and all we've seen growing up is you have to go to college, you have to do this, you have to work, you have to struggle every day in order to survive. And that's it. It's a survival. We live in a world of survival where we don't reach for the stars. We don't reach for big dreams because we grew up learning that we just need to survive, and we need, we're living each week by week, and to maybe afford a holiday once a year, but that's not the way it's supposed to be. This world is abundant. There is enough for everyone. We just need to believe in it, and we need to rewire our brains and reprogram our brains to believe that we can achieve what we want to achieve. We can achieve the biggest and highest dreams that we ever wanted. We can achieve a life of abundance. All we need to do is change our mindset. And it's a magical difference. When you start to actually feel rich with what you have in your life. Richness, as I said, is not about money. It's about your health, your happiness, the people you have around you, your fur babies, your house, your health. Waking up in the morning and seeing that sunshine, seeing those birds out there, these little things. When you say thank you for these little things, when you open that fridge and see that it's full, you say thank you. And instead of worrying when you get a bill in the door, don't say, oh shit, I have to pay this out. Say thank you, I have enough money to put the heating on. And every time you say thank you, the universe brings in more of that. The universe will open doors where you see only walls. And all you have to do is believe. You just have to believe in that magic and believe in yourself and believe that you can achieve these things. But be grateful, because we are rich with what we have. We're rich with what we already have in our lives. And when you feel that gratitude for what you already have, and stop feeling like, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that. When you say I don't have this, I don't have that, that's a vibration of you're not going to ever have these things. But when you start to feel grateful for what you already have in your life, you will actually send out a vibration where the universe brings in more of this. When you live in love, the universe will bring love into you. But when you live in fear, when you fear getting excited, when you fear being happy, when you fear everything, then you will bring in more and more to fear and more to be miserable about, and more lack will come into your life. But when you just change your little change that little thing in your head and start to feel grateful for what you already have. Feel grateful for being alive. Feel grateful for waking up in the morning. And that's another thing. Before you even pick up that phone in the morning, when you open your eyes, say thank you. Thank you that you woke up today, and the universe will bring in abundance and happiness and more to be grateful for. It really does. And it is just, you will see beauty all around you when you start to live like this. And as I said, this is a scientific law. It's like gravity. It's scientific. It's not some woo-woo stuff. It is real. And when you just change that little bit of, change that thing in your mind, change that switch, you will attract so much more to be grateful for, and so much more love into your life. And like, I have so much, I'm just so grateful for the abundance in my life, and for the people that I do have in my life, and for my home and my girls, my 2 little dobbies. I'm so grateful for those birds outside. I'm grateful to have the bread to give those birds. This kind of thing makes us rich. This is what makes us alive. Love is the answer. So when you live in love and not in fear, you will attract more to be grateful for. And as I said, the universe will open doors where you only saw walls. It will help you, it will give you opportunities where you only saw lack, and you just have to believe. You know, just believe in yourself, and instead of saying I wish, say I will. I will do this. I will be that. I will achieve this. I can reach for the stars. You know, we can all have the magic in our lives. Magic is so very real. Miracles are very real. You just need to believe. You really do. So just change that. Instead of living in fear, change every negative thought with 3 positive ones. 3 things that you're grateful for, and do this every day. Every day for 30 days. Every time you think a negative thought, replace it with 3 positive ones. 3 little things. 3 little things. I'm so grateful for my girls. I'm so grateful I woke up this morning. I'm grateful for my home. I'm grateful for that sunshine outside. I'm grateful for all of it, you know. So just, gratitude is the attitude. Just, you know, and believe in yourself, because you can achieve anything you want to achieve. You just have to believe in yourself. Thank you for listening today. If this resonates, please like and share my page. Thank you. See you again. Bye.